Hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we have a Crecy's Cornfield public match for you. Before we get into that, thank you to our Patreon members for the support. If you'd like to support, go to the link in the description and get a live stream of all the broadcasts we do. You can advertise your regiment in the bottom of our videos and get an additional broadcast per week. Server pop right now on March 14th at about 11 o'clock Eastern time. Yes, it's late, but we're still here. And the reason we're here is because there's 500-man servers tonight. 440 is the current pop. It'll probably go up as the round progresses. Regardless, it is what it is. Officers for today, CSA side, you have Colt, you have Pie Man, you have Joseph D, Big Sexy, and for the artillery, you have Ned. Union side, on the other hand, officers are Pro Gamer, the Pilot Man, you have Pineapple Warrior, you have Cornwallis, and then for the artillery, you have the Proud Virginian and Matt. Artillery-wise, there's 6 on CSA, there's 15 on Union side, so that imbalance is roughly 9 or so in CSA's favor, infantry-wise. Co-commentating with me today for this public match, we have Medic. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hey, what's up, guys? Medic with 6th Louisiana, and yeah.
Heck yeah. Well, we're glad you're here. CSA's pushed up a lot already. The weaponry that the CSA has on this map, 6th Louisiana, speaking of that, on this map, you have the Enfield and the Springfield 55, and you have 1st Georgia with the Enfield and the Springfield 42, so they got buck and ball. Meanwhile, Union has the 39th New York with the Mississippi, and the 51st New York with the Springfield 61. Anyways, Medic, what's your opinion on this map for strategy for both sides?
So I've never really actually played this map, but just
Fair.
looking at it, I'm guessing more than likely CSA is going to head up north into that cornfield and probably try and hold that snake fence over there and just use that buck and ball to their advantage.
You know, it's surprising. That's the first time I've seen CSA use the corn like this at the start of the round. Usually they go to where Union is right now. But it's fascinating. But no.
Yeah, I think Union kind of moved up pretty quick on that snake fence on the west side and kind of just took control. So CSA, I think, is just probably reacting to what they're doing.
Yeah, Union trying to put a lot of pressure, especially with this update with the weaponry, what's your opinion of the increased weapon accuracy?
Well, me and another member in 6th Louisiana, Lieutenant Piccolo, we tested it out pretty good, and we were hitting over 1,400 yard shots. So.
Dang, that's. Well, now was this yesterday or today? Because if it was yesterday, your shot.
That was yesterday. It was when it was 100% accurate.
100%.
But yeah, that was the furthest we got was 1411.
Yeah, that's insane though. Collector was from IBB was so sad because his 1,000-yard shot means nothing now. So.
Oh no, well, me and Piccolo will probably have to get back in there and give it another try.
I'm sure you could hit it. I'm sure you could hit it again. Especially if you know the general area and just do the same thing. So. Anyways, Union set up a very strong defensive line. CSA haven't thrown them out, and Union's actually countercharging CSA. But the reason
it's
this
like CSA's wrapping around back.
Yeah, they are. They are cooking. And CSA might lose a flag there. Union's missing a lot of point-blank shots, which there's no excuse anymore. You need to hit those shots. So, meanwhile, that end around that you were talking about, they're charging Union artillery, and I need to switch sides so that I don't get that pop-up. And CSA are now getting a beautiful flank on the Union. Now, before this update, Buck and Ball was a lot better. Buck and Ball now, so it shoots like a shotgun. It has a main shot and a bunch of pellets. The pellets past 33 yards do not insta-kill. So if you get hit by a pellet, there'll be a red splash on your screen from what I've heard, and then if you survive that and get into a melee, you're one stab. But I wonder, I think the Mississippis are pretty good now for Union on this map, just because of how well their accuracy is and they can reload pretty fast.
Yeah, I'm more partial to the infields.
CSA is going to charge here.
I don't know if the CSA is going to win this.
I don't know either. Oh my goodness, there's bodies like slightly glitching in the air. It's kind of creepy. Looks like a jump scare, like lightning's going down, but a really stretched out body.
I feel like Union's going to win this, but it's a good ticket trade.
Yep, and that's all that matters for CSA in the end. But that's the thing, CSA has been trying to engage the whole Union team independently, and that's just not going to work for you.
Looks like there's some more CSA reinforcements coming in.
Yeah, they're not going to be able to do a whole lot, though. CSA have lost 2 flags.
Well, if they can get up on that fence and just start shooting instead of trying to charge in, they might be able to drop a few of them.
Yeah, they should get a good amount of kills.
I don't know if that's the regiment that has the buck and ball or not, but I mean, that would be good buck and ball shots right there.
It would be. It should be kills. At least I think this is less than 33 yards. Their flag is down and they're just not picking up. So CSA pull off, and this is overall, this is one of the better starts for Union I've seen on this map.
Yeah, but that CSA flag being down, that's bad. They got a long walk from main.
Yep, 2 flags down, as Medic mentioned. CSA main spawns all the way over there. Those flags got that 5-minute despawn timer on it, and so CSA won't get it for 5 minutes unless someone picks it up. But I assume Union's gonna push back up to their original position, or just stay around those flags, which is what you should do. Server pop is up to 460, so we're climbing back up.
Guys, get ready. We're about to shift right. We do have a rainbow.
Looks like CSA is coming in the south side of this open
Alrighty,
field.
guys, we're gonna shift.
Yeah, that's gonna be a nice flank on their part. But I don't think CSA is going to be able to muster up a whole lot, because we haven't seen them do a lot this whole round, and they've kind of, as we said, they've done stuff independently. But a lot of these CSA guys are going to be dying and spawning at main since they don't have that mealable respawn. I will say artillery on this map for both sides kind of sucks. I mean, CSA artillery, they have to roll their guns up over this crest here, and then they'll be able to kind of look down. Union artillery, at least in the open field, they can't see anything looking up. Meanwhile, Union infantry is moving to kind of counter CSA. Beautiful move from Union spreading out like this. You really can't bunch up that much more. Can't bunch up. Gotta spread out. Or else those shots are gonna shred you. And for the first time in a long time, we've seen regiments be shot out of positions. Makes me so happy. I mean, the meta for the past year was all charges. And now that shooting is a lot better, we get shooting back, and it's a beautiful thing. It's really, I think, going to help defenders out for the most part. I mean, I've seen CSA win burnsides on a larger pop. Cooks went in CSA's favor by a large margin still. I've seen... Oh my goodness, what a shot from CSA already. And CSA looks like they're going to make another attempt. CSA actually only has 1 flag down right now. One of those flags was picked up in the center, and they're trying to charge out, I think, to get that last flag, but most CSA trying to hit this corner, and Union's not on the corner. They're back off it a little bit. If I'm CSA, I try to get into a melee. I don't go for these close-range shootouts against the Union. I mean, maybe it works well with the buck and ball, but Union have the Mississippis. They're really short in length. You can tell because they're more of a tanner brown, in my opinion, a lighter brown. But they're really short. They suck at melee. So I think CSA, as a team, just needs to charge into the Union, and they should do well. I mean, we have some charging closer to the point here, which Union's going to hold back. I think CSA got... It looks like CSA got their flag back. Meanwhile, another one of their flags is running into the Union line.
I mean, Ticket Exchange is doing good in favor of Confederates.
Yeah.
I mean, they're essentially doing what they want to do right now.
I mean, yeah, that is true. You want to get the defender down to engage by the 30-minute mark. That's what I would say is good, and CSA's done that. That's the thing, is that you see, like, you saw this with the last map that we watched too, and saw it with this one so far, is that you can do perfect as a defender in terms of holding, but none of that matters in the end if the attackers can get a ticket drain on you.
CSA's got a good push over here on the north side of this open field. If they can get in the field and spread out, they can kind of pinch in that that Union force right there.
I wonder if Union's going to charge them out. Because, yeah, this pincer's not good. Nice part about War of Rights is that each side has a similar player count, and so if you're ever surrounded in this game, punch out with all your guys towards one of the sides. Because you'll outnumber that group. Generally. You should.
And that's when the other group has to pay attention and go in behind them.
Yep. It's a lot of awareness in this game, so yeah, Union's kind of split their forces up, and CSA does hit engaged as well, but they are, it looks like they're cooking the Union. Their line is actually creeping closer to the Union on the north side.
I think you get a couple of those guys on that Artie and throw in like a couple of case rounds. Oh.
The thing is, too, Union, unlike CSA, is in the wide open, and you can see at least on this north side, Union is paying a hefty price with casualties. Union's slowly getting squashed up here.
Yeah, this south side of the line's getting pushed in by CSA.
Yep. I mean, some of those Union guys pulled back, and now the thing is, Union's bunching up even more because they're trying to organize, but
don't idle. Whatever you do,
they're
don't
getting
idle.
shot to crap.
Shooting.
Pick up that flag. Pick up that flag. Somebody pick up
I think
that flag.
CSA probably needs to
Get
push
your
in
ass
this
right, Dale. You're
small
awesome.
force in between the two CSAs, and then that north side needs to push on down south and get out of there before they get flanked.
I wonder how many team kills are happening right now on CSA's side. CSA's charging on the north side.
Come here, bitch. Come here, bitch. You're gonna be my personal slave. My personal slave.
I hate Italian. Get fucked.
I don't even have my fucking bandana.
And so...
Looks like CSA is like halfway charging. They need to commit if they're going to.
Yeah, they're moving up slowly. They get one Union flag. You can see the Italian flag goes down.
Another flag. We got two flags down for you.
Complete chaos happening. So that's a huge win for CSA. They get a half ticket lead. Rest CSA moving into collapse. That's 3 Union flags down. That's the 4th flag for Union's trying to, I think, get out of bounds, but
Yeah, they're just trying to get out of bounds.
well,
Yeah,
CSA's
it looks like they're gonna get that flag out of bounds. So
they'll despawn in 15 to 20 seconds, so good job on Alps there. Level 100, should know that, and he's using that knowledge. So, rest CSA's pushing
CSA is
down.
pushing out Artie. Yeah.
Yep. Rest in peace, Artie. So, the few Union that are left around the point are about to get charged out. But if you're CSA, there's no need to early cap the point. Just kind of wait this out. And then once Union hits breaking, which they got to go down to taking losses and breaking, cap the point and win. They can push past the point onto kind of this line with the little road, the 2 big log patterns of that house. They can push up to that, hold there, and put themselves between Union spawn and the point. And hold it from there. You don't want to early cap here because you're up by a lot of tickets. You worked hard to gain that ticket lead. And so you don't want to cap the point and then give Union an opportunity to retake it. And if Union retakes it, they'll go up to the percentage of tickets that CSA is at, which means they gain some tickets.
Yeah, it looks like, as you said, it looks like they're going to push up to that straight fence and they're going to try and hold it.
Perfect. Question is, though, you have a lot of CSA guys. This point's kind of tiny, but you have a fair amount of CSA guys running through. They just got to make sure they're not capping, because that would suck. If you're Union, you turtle. Union just needs to pull back as far as they can before they hit out of bounds and sit back and try to kill that clock and force the CSA to cap the point. And then if CSA caps, we can do the scenario we just described where Union retakes and gains some tickets. But it's pubs, so and especially with this many people trying to get 4 officers to control everyone, you know, huge props to these officers for doing what they're doing. This can't be easy.
You're fucking out.
But
Thanks for getting right now.
it's going to be hard to tell a whole 250 some people to, you know, let's just sit in our main spawn and do nothing. It's going to be very difficult to do that, so.
Yeah, it's hard whenever, like, some of our events that we have, I mean, the pop for the total event is the same pop as one side tonight.
Oh, are we up to 500? Or 480. We're getting there. CSA outnumbers Union by 13. And, I mean, Union has more guys on artillery still, which... I mean, you got Union already here.
CSA's going to capture the point.
Oh, they are. And, oh, they are doing it on purpose, too. They got a company there.
Down my line.
Yeah.
So, CSA appears to be confident. They should have waited a little longer, because if Union... You see how Union hit taking losses? That counterattack, the gold timer would have been 7 minutes to 12. Regardless, this move from CSA makes me think that they're confident in themselves.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to try and just hold out that counterattack as long as they can. And hopefully they can get the win with the counterattack, because like you said earlier, you know, if Union loses a bunch of tickets and then goes and retakes the point, they're just going to gain those tickets back.
Yep.
This one confirmed.
And, I mean, on a map like this, CSA will probably still win even if Union retakes, but you never want to risk that chance, in my opinion. Regardless, at this point, the CSA is considered the defending team. The Union is considered the attacking team. So Union can hit final push, which is normally the attackers' final stage. It's normally what CSA would get, but now they're the attackers, so they can hit final push. And if they hit final push, it'll drop that gold timer down to a certain amount of time, similar to what the original attacking team would have, where the black timer would drop down if they hit final push, if they're above that threshold. Similarly, CSA is considered the defender. CSA can hit last stand. And if CSA does hit last stand, that means they can't respawn at that point. But more importantly, if the Union retakes the point, if CSA is in last stand, then they will automatically win the game. And that's something you don't ever see. But Union's pushed up on the CSA left. Cornwallis, the rest of the Union team is sitting back and not doing anything. But as Medic and I have mentioned, right, Union's going to regain tickets if they retake the point. That's why during a counterattack, you don't sit back and do nothing. You need to move, you need to retake that point as quickly as possible, because as a defender, you want to get that clock down to 0, the black timer, and that black timer is not moving. Also, you want to regain as many tickets as possible. You'd much rather be at a lower engage versus a high taking losses if you retake the point as Union. Anyways, Union's charging in here. We'll explain that when we get there, if we get there.
You're lucky I missed your sister's fucking cousin.
Come on, fight him off, fight him off.
So, Union have 2 companies pushed up here. You have another one pushing in the corn, a 4th company sitting back in the Union defense line. Now they're starting to push out. And when you're attacking like this, you need to move quick, and you need to do it with your whole team. Now, obviously, it's hard to communicate that, but you can't do it how Union did. Union went 1 company forward, a 2nd company forward, and now a 3rd company is moving all forward at separate times. And since they took so long, CSA is basically reacted, and they're going to be able to hold it.
Fuck you, Rebel! God,
I don't know, it kind of looks like they might have the CSA where they want them as far as on that road, because they've got that one company, another company, and then they're just slowly trickling in, so they may just kind of overwhelm them eventually.
Right, they have a wide open thing to the point. The question is CSA going to be able to see what's going on, and are they going to be able to react? Which, they do hold the 3 Union companies, but again, as Medic mentioned, Union are pushing up with 1 company on this side, and they brought the flags over here. CSA is turning in the charge. Never mind. Looked like they were. They're turning this way, though. And so Union knocked CSA down to taking losses. Again, during these counterattacks, CSA tickets really are the only thing that matters, because Union goes up to their ticket amount. It's not like Union tickets really matter anymore unless they hit final push. And CSA is going to countercharge. Union officers trying to organize something, but CSA is just going right in there. Great timing on CSA's part. Intentional or not.
Charge right! Charge right, guys! Charge right!
I will charge right. I will charge right shortly. Good soldiers fought all over. Good soldiers
Looks like Union's holding pretty good.
Get in there, get in there, get in there, get in there, get in there.
Yeah, and they're actually starting to countercharge a little bit here. You know what? Only one CSA company went in. The rest kind of reformed center side.
They've got another force built up behind them, pushing in to back them up. So I mean, it's a constant flow in from Union.
And they are going to countercharge. They're trying to get that one CSA flag. Again, getting these CSA flags would be huge, and they're actually going to turn up the point to try to take it.
Get the
Union
CO
almost down to
down.
breaking, not that that
Stab and
matters.
go, boys. Stab one and move on. Stab one. Sorry, his teammate.
And one CSA company is trying to hit, do a little end around.
Yeah, it looks like that Union or the CSA on the east got that Union company out, so they're pushing in. For now, it looks like CSA is holding pretty strong.
They are indeed. The big thing for Union was trying to... I mean, one CSA flag is down right now, so that's great for Union.
A couple of Union guys sitting there watching the flag. Oh,
This is
they're going to let him get up and go. Yep, looks like they're going to just let him run away with the flag.
And then I'm gonna have to take it.
Yeah, that's one thing you could not have. I mean, the issue for Union is they have Mississippi's, which suck at melee, and they're trying to charge into CSA, who has Buck and Ball, and Buck and Ball is still deadly at close range.
Alright, guys, I'm back. After like a minute.
And so, good thing for Union, though, if we zoom out briefly and look over, Union outnumbers CSA on point. With those flags down, a lot of CSA spawned main, or their officers told them to spawn back at main. And so, Union has a chance here if they charge in to take the point back and regain a little over half morale stage in tickets. CSA just need to watch with their flags, which at this point in the round, Union is not going to be able to win on time alone. There's 27.5 minutes. It's a lot of time. And at this point, once Union retakes, they'll be in a lower to middle taking losses. If once CSA hit them to breaking, which would happen in a few minutes, CSA can cap and win. So Union's got to find some way to get a ticket lead here. And that getting 2 flags is a great start. So, someone is blaring something. Felipe. I don't know what he's playing, but sounds like an Italian name. So,
Looks like we got Bone Man hiding in the bush over here, surrounded by the Union.
He's trying.
Only one that
Poor Bone
win.
Man.
Damn it!
So Union now trying to countercharge into CSA. Very, very risky. I think they're trying to get flags. But CSA, at least those 2 flag bearers are being very aware of their situation and falling back as they should.
I feel like that's what they need to do right now, Union. They're retaking the
What is
point. I
Union
feel like
flag
they need to push their advantage.
Sorry, keep going.
No, you're good. I feel like Union just needs to kind of keep pushing their advance. They're retaking the point. Like, it's best to just try and keep driving the CSA back if they can.
Right, it's not a terrible idea because at this point, time doesn't matter. CSA is going to hit final push and that black time will drop. Union needs to find a way to get a ticket lead and maybe countercharging out on the CSA is a way. Now, Union's about to retake. They're going to go up over a half morale stage in tickets. They're going to be at the same percentage of tickets as CSA. Raw numbers, CSA has more, though, because they're the attackers. And so, Union, I think, is trying to get reorganized here. CSA fall back, but great retake from Union. Really great job for them. But that, even though CSA lost that huge ticket lead, I mean, at this point of the round, because they capped the point, they stopped the black timer for like 6-7 minutes. They brought everyone's tickets down to basically breaking. CSA now has 27 minutes to do whatever they want. If they want to sit and shoot, if they want to charge, if they want to cap again, which at this point, if they cap, they would just win. I mean, CSA has unlimited options, and that, in my opinion, is why being aggressive in this game as an attacker always benefits you. Not always, but for the most part, it should benefit you.
I think Union needs to be aggressive here with those two CSA flags down and try and get a, like you said, get a lead on that ticket advantage.
Yeah, that, and right now it's the perfect time to do that. It's, I mean, they've got to push up, and I mean, where are those two CSA flags? One of them.
Two flags are on point.
Right, the up CSA flags, not the down ones. They're both, the two up CSA flags are going kind of to the center rocks and trees area. So the two companies up on the top, kind of hiding in this defilade, are the ones that don't have the flags, and that makes sense. Because if their guy dies, right, they got to spawn back at me. And that is some way out. Can't imagine trying to organize this many men. It's insanity. But no, I do agree. I think Union's got to push up. And the thing is too, right? Not that Union would see this, but CSA is spreading themselves out way too much right now. Union could try to get a little aggressive and defeat CSA in detail. And Union's gonna do that. Mississippi's the Italians are charging in.
Get that flag!
Some of these comments are crazy. Both sides hit breaking at the same time. Union forced CSA off. CSA on the top side are trying to get a little aggressive. Their flags are still down. Wow. And Union's actually pulling off the top of the hill. They're trying to clump up and stay in a team, which is a good idea as a defender. And CSA is gonna use that though and try to run up on the rear side and get flanking shots. Remember, at this point, if CSA cap the point, they win. But with Union being a strong force, that's gonna be a little more difficult for CSA to do.
Yeah, it looks like the CSA have got a company that they're trying to push around back. Maybe sneak on point if they can.
I mean, if those flags, one of the flags is despawned or it got picked up, I think it despawned. The other one despawned as well. Oh yeah, I see what you mean. I mean, like Conquest and Contention, if these guys can get on point and start capping it, it might throw Union into a frenzy. Because they'll be like, oh crap, they're behind us, and they're all going to about face and turn. And when you don't have a Steam chat for officers to communicate, everyone's going to be like, I don't know if anyone else is going to do that. I need to take the initiative and do it myself. So then you get a kind of this overreaction. You see it a lot in Conquest and mostly Conquest, not so much Contention because there's only 1 point fought over in that mode.
Yeah, there you go. You got CSA pushing up on point behind Union. Yep, and Union's looks like they're falling back to the point. Figure out what's going on.
Yeah, they see CSA capping, but I also just saw Union was down about a fourth of a stage on tickets.
Yeah, that's not good. Now Union, because everything's back to where it is, Union is now defending, so once they go, they'll go last stand.
And they can't turtle anymore. They do get one CSA flag, which is a nice thing to have. But it's weird because the bars are like longer than the actual, like what we actually see. And so Union and CSA weren't dropping for a while in breaking, and then we just saw Union drop half morale stage in a moment. Meanwhile, CSA taking advantage of the Union charging the CSA out on point, they are now pushing forward and gaining ground. Union also being charged out on artillery. Bless these souls, but they're gonna die.
I think now best thing for Union to do is once again just fall back, turtle, let CSA take the point.
They're breaking.
Oh yeah, that's right, that's right, that's right.
You're good. It happens.
Shoot him.
That would be a good. That'd be a good title though. It'd be a good title if they did that.
Show them what better. Form a line. Shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah.
I will say, like the accuracy update.
Yeah, it looks like CSA's got a mass pushing in on point right now.
This used to be my favorite pick of patrol map. Just because of this little center area that's on the point.
Nice field.
Yeah.
Do not go to them. Do not go to them.
CSA pushing up. They're getting really close. Now they're charging. Kind of. It's hard to tell. I hear counter charge from some Union. Yep, they're going to go in. This will get them close to last stand.
Get those flippers.
CSA flags. One gets taken down. CSA tickets dropping as well. Ticket gap is fairly even. Oh, never mind. It kind of is. Union.
I don't think
Yeah.
Union needs to sit back and try and shoot in the middle of all these trees and rocks. If they're gonna do anything, they need to push. I know they're gonna go last stand, but at least try and get the CSA push back off of it and get some flags if you can.
And Union at this point, they need to get CSA flags and knock them in the final push. I mean, they're going to hit last stand regardless, so don't sit back and let the CSA reform with their flags. Charge them out, get their flags. Which,
And it looks like that's what they're doing now.
they've got 2 of their flags so far. One of them was from that earlier cap attempt. I don't know how long that despawn timer is, but CSA stopped. Oh, they're going to keep going with the 2 flags that are still up, and they just need to keep going.
Meanwhile, there's another CSA group that's going around to the east side. Looks like they're going to try and go around.
Yeah, Big Sexy's going to try to go around and try to get that flag again, which wouldn't be a terrible idea, but the issue with what he's doing is that the moment he picks up that flag, I don't know if they're going to go into point, but if they do go into point, the Union team is going to see them, and they're going to come barreling down on them, and that's a big risk for CSA to hit final push, because right now CSA is spending their time reforming. A couple of Union guys pushed really far out, which I don't know if pushing this far out was the move to get those CSA flags, because Union got to avoid hitting last stand. CSA pick up that flag, Big Sexy.
I'm running.
Union don't see him yet.
Shoot those Italians dead.
And they're going to try to sit and shoot him out. Union needs to charge these guys. Or just sit and shoot.
We're taking fire from the corn. We're taking
Union
fire from
see
the
him.
corn.
Roger, my gentlemen.
This is a big mistake from Big Sexy. Union does hit last stand, though, despite. So if Union dies, they don't come back. If someone was dead, they did spawn back at main, which wasn't a whole lot since a lot of their team was already spawned in. Union needs to charge. They need to charge this group, because the longer Union sits here, the CSA from their main spawn is going to reform and eventually charge in. You need to hit CSA now so that that black timer drops. I mean, what are we? We're at 500 again. CSA is up by 4-ish guys. I know Union has some on artillery, though. But CSA here getting shot down. Flag goes down again. I don't know why Union's not charging these guys. I mean, they're shooting them down, but every second that goes by gives CSA another opportunity. CSA starting to move up from the top here.
Yeah, it doesn't look like CSA is even going to try and go around. Looks like they're just going to push straight in.
Yeah, might as well. Union has to hold 2 charges, probably 3 from CSA, and I don't think that's possible. CSA is...
Yeah, not with last stand and how many people they got. I don't think so.
Yeah, and the fact that CSA is still not in that final push stage. Anyways, CSA, there they go, drops to 4 minutes. So Union's got to hold for that long. I don't think they can, but if Union can push out and maybe get some flags, CSA, again, is spreading really far out. But they're trying to use this fence kind of as an advantage. CSA has infinite tickets. The only thing they have to worry about is time. So it doesn't matter how they die. Same with Union. They don't have to worry about how they die, since if they die, they don't come back.
On the fucking thing, man. Get over.
Let's go, Dylan. We gotta get up there. Paul, right here.
Go, go, go.
Damn it, this is gonna be a hell of a fight now. Let's go.
And CSA is going to charge in. They're going very trickled. Fences don't help that.
On the right side of the line. Bruce, behind us. Keep fighting, boys. Keep fighting. Keep fighting. Hold to the left. Hold to the left. Defend yourselves.
Union slowly getting ran over here. CSA for Corn hitting the main Union line on point.
Hold it, boys. Brace it. Brace it. Brace it, and win. Hopefully.
Here they come. Right side. Here they come.
Kill their flags. We have to kill their flags. We have to kill their flags. Kill their flags.
Hey, guy behind you, guy behind you.
2.5 minutes. And CSA, oh my goodness. I was saying this last round, but it's, you know, normally I'm used to smaller servers where last stand goes very quick, but you forget when there's 250 people on each side how much longer it takes. So
Over to the west.
CSA starting to cap point. Union that are left are starting to turn and charge in because that's the only thing they can do, but it looks like CSA is going to take this medic. Your thoughts for the round?
Guys, get in there. Have fun, guys. Get in there.
I feel like Union fumbled a couple times on the charges back at the north, where they just kind of one company went and then another company went. But I mean, it's been the same for the last few matches here on the public server. It's come down to the wire.
Yeah, that's something I've noticed is, I mean, even when I was watching 400 player servers, kind of regardless of what strategy was done, everything came down to the wire. And, you know, I think that makes things a lot more, I mean, they're a lot entertaining. I think it's great. But CSA did a good, I mean, Union did great at the start. They just stayed as a blob. That's what you got to do as a defender. You can't spread out that much. I mean, you can at the beginning to defend the whole width of the map because you don't know where the attackers are going. But Union kind of blobbed up in the center. The map's not that wide. They blobbed up. CSA tried to hit them and spread out. It just did not work. And Union was able to get a great start, but CSA blobbed up, kind of pushed the Union out. Cap point, Union eventually was able to retake. And from there, it was just CSA shooting and charging Union down. So, really, great round. Great round. For those of you watching in the live stream, I'm going to be on a little while longer after this. But for those of you watching this video, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you want to support our channel. We have a Patreon. We can get a live stream of all the broadcasts we do. You can advertise your regiment in the bottom of our videos and get an additional broadcast per week. Other than that, we have a lot of other links in the description, like our Discord. And we will see you in the next one. Have a wonderful rest of your night. 4,000 casualties in one round is insane.